What's up, folks? JT here with another Chart Talk Live. Hope you all are doing well. Just getting my charts set up here so we are ready to go. Let me make one more adjustment. No, not that. There we go. And bam. All right, cool. That puts us in a good spot. What's up, Navy Plum? What's up, Theta Cartel? Good to see y'all here. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's dig in. Let me get one quick announcement out, actually. All right, cool. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at what we're seeing here in the markets. We'll go through some trade plan recaps, and of course, we will work on some new trade plans live here together this morning. So if you all have any ticker requests, any questions, etc., feel free to drop those in the chat. Oh gosh, I thought I'd already done that. Thank you, Navy Plum. So, yeah, as we're going through this, feel free to drop any questions in the chat, ticker requests, etc. What's up, Mamba? Good morning. Sure, we'll try to take a look at, well, we won't try to, we definitely will. It was the first request, so I think we'll get to that one. Sorry, a little coffee action there. So yeah, we'll take a look at Roblox. So let's get into it. Let's go. We talked about this last week. We finally saw the market finally make some moves to flip things back to the bullish side. We had been under this downtrend for several weeks, pushed us down through some of our downside targets that we were looking for as of back in February when we saw the market start to shift toward a corrective move on the charts. What's up, Veritas? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we'll try to take a look at one or both of those, Netflix and Target. So let's take a look at this, though. You guys hear me say this all the time. Charts precede the news, right? So we talked about it on Tuesday. We saw signs that we were breaking out, back testing that downtrend. Very clean shift there. You can see if we really zoom in on these candles, little sweep below there, but for the most part, everything catching support off of that trend line. That's the perfect signal that we may be shifting back to the bullish side. We've got good confirmation, and from there we've absolutely pushed higher through at a pretty rapid pace. We're now up in the next key supply zone overhead. So keep that in mind as we go into market open. We saw a big rejection from this level at 69.54. Well, we were under the downtrend. Not so sure we see the same type of rejection here, but certainly a decent confluence of resistance being up here in this daily supply zone in that 69.54 level sitting overhead, potentially creating some challenges there. So, keep your heads on a swivel. I wouldn't go chasing long positions here. I'd rather wait and see at least 69.54 resistance get knocked out and open up room for more upside before I go stacking on any long positions up here. Could see a pullback, and if we do see a pullback, I like this 68.25.50 as a potential buy the dip target. Again, we have a lot of catalysts and things still floating out there in the ether that can disrupt technical analysis a little bit, but overall, again, these charts are showing us exactly what moves are getting ready to happen before news or anything like that hits. Nice rally off that weekly support level there at 67.67. That's taken us up here to 69.54. That we're trying to push through here pre-market. So market's looking overall bullish. Now it's just a matter of finding the right dips to buy. Obviously, there's still some catalysts hanging out there in the ether, but we can't control the catalysts. All that we can control is our analysis on the charts and how we decide to execute. So stay focused on that. and you should be just fine. All right, so let's get to some trade plan recaps here. Unity Software. We did this one last Tuesday, so this will be our last update on this one. We did catch a nice little move off of this 2143 support. I had a stop loss down there at the put entry at 2079, and then we got our move yesterday, closed out some shares for some okay profits at about 5% return. Just kind of re-engineering some of these levels from the plan and how things were setting up. What's up, Thug Baby Yoda? Good to see you. Good morning, Mr. CEO. Thank you for joining us. I like that GIF. Unity, though, hasn't given us a confirmed break above the call entry or below the put entry yet. Kind of caught this move inside the range there on some shares, so decent little trade there. XOM, also from last Tuesday's live stream, this one did break down, gave us some back testing of that trend that it was riding. Now it's down to PT1 and looks to be back testing and rejecting PT1 as resistance. So we could see XOM continue to pull back down toward PTs 2 and 3 as this day plays out. So keep an eye on XOM looking a bit bearish right now, which is not surprising. As equities pick up, we certainly expect oil to pull back and XOM being in that space. Saidu, zoom in on this one a little better here, is giving us the break. Looks like it does want to push up toward PT1 there at 545. 16% move there yesterday, up another percent this morning. Would like to see a back test of 453 or even better, 431 if you aren't already in this trade. If we get a back test of that level, I certainly would be interested in trying to buy the dip on this one and then just running this plan back to the upside and keeping that stop loss average down in place there at 372. SMCI's finally making some moves. We did this one on last Thursday's live stream. Yesterday gave us the break above, back test, nice little bounce off that 333 SMA here on the hourly chart. That's got us up to PT1 here at 2683 pre-market. So if you're in this one from yesterday, make sure that you're scaling some out for profits. If you're in shares, go ahead and start scaling some out now. If you're in options, scale some out at the open would be my suggestion, but SMCI is playing out nicely to the upside for us. CRM, a little bit of an opposite picture here. This one's playing out to the downside, catching some resistance here at that key sell level, key sell pressure on NTS just back above the put entry. Didn't quite make it down to PT1 there, which I'm a little bit surprised by, but plan still in place. We certainly could see PT1 for puts still play out from here the way this chart's setting up. So CRM looking a little shaky and looking like it does want to potentially complete that move down to PT1 if we get a break below 172.32. And then last but not least, Lunar. We did this one also last Thursday. Nice bounce off that stop loss average down there at 23.94 yesterday. That's pushed us up close to PT1 here. If you didn't catch something there, break above, back test, pulled back a little bit into the after hours session, but it's already bought that dip back up, and again, very close to PT1 here pre-market. So certainly another one that I would be looking at scaling some out for profits, either here pre-market if you're in shares, or if you're in options, look to close out close to the open. Leave some runners, move up your stops. You know the drill. All right, so let's get to some new ticker requests. Roblox. Little coffee ASMR for you there. All right, Roblox. What? Now let me clean this up real quick. I hate when TradingView does that. Oh. There we go. All right. That looks better. What's up, YB? Good morning to you. I'm going to turn these off just for a minute here. I want to see just the price action. Oh, gosh, man, I've got a ton of DMs that I'm sitting on, so I'll take a look. I've been a little preoccupied these past few days working on some stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit higher than that, actually. What's up, Daily Bull? Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. All right, that should put us in pretty good shape here. Let's make sure. So Roblox could be trying to break out here. Looks like it is breaking above, back testing this downtrend some. Let's zoom in on this a little bit more. Yeah, we could be seeing a little bit of a shift here on Roblox, trying to make another bullish push, it looks like. All right. $60.93. What's up, Turtle Trader? Good morning to you. Slight adjustment to that level. What's up, whole minimum? Good morning, good morning. All right, let's do this here. I keep coming just shy of this weekly level. Yeah, I see why now. Would make a small adjustment to that. With that, I think that gives us a good first price target. Yeah, I'd throw that third price target right there. All right, so that gives us a good sense of the upside. Hmm. Yeah, I could see this level sitting a little closer to there. Kind of tight PTs 1 and 2 to the downside, but then more room opens up if we do lose PT2 support, in my opinion. All right, that looks pretty solid to me. Let's go ahead, get this locked in. Yeah, okay. So, and 57.17. That looks good. All right. All right, here we go. Let's talk through this one last time after I get this posted. And last but not least, over here in the Elite chat. And last but not least, let's get our link. All right, let's talk through it real quick. What are we looking for here on Roblox? We're looking for a break over 58.92. That should bring some upside price targets at 60.66, 62.52, and 64.61 with a stop loss average down at 57.59. To the downside, we're looking for a break below 55.88. That should bring targets at 54.33, 53.34. Get my words out there. And 51.19 with a stop loss average down at 57.17. Those are your Roblox live stream plans. I did save this indicator template, didn't I? Well, yeah, I did. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. All right, cool. Let's get to the next one. PLTR. Let's take a look at Palantir. Lots of fib extensions stacked up in here. I need to probably go back and redo my levels on PLTR here in the very near future. Definitely testing a key level here pre-market, 135.11. A little bit more in NTS. Key sell pressures out of the way. Confluence there at 136.10. So yeah, I think we're looking for something right around this neck of the woods. Let's get rid of some of these old extensions while we're here. All right, where PT3 sitting? Yeah, I like that. 144.12. Yeah, I'd put the stop right about there. So then where does downside start to look profitable? I think we're probably looking at something right around that 132.25 for an entry. All right. That was these last few levels kind of came together quickly there, but let's get this dialed in. Oops, that's not the right. Come on, man. What are you doing? There we go. Now we're looking for 141.58, and then there we go. All right. And we will share a stop loss with that upside trade plan. That looks good to me. All right, cool. Let's get this cleaned up. All right, here comes your PLTR live stream plan. And let's get this over in the Elite chat so we can get our link. All right, last but not least. Oh, I just realized what I forgot to do on that last trade plan. Forgot to set our alerts. So I'll go back and do that in just a sec. Custom. All right, that looks good. So let's talk through this one last time. What are we looking for here on PLTR? We're looking for a break over 136.10. That should bring price targets at 139.03, 141.58, and 144.12 with a stop loss average down at 134.29. To the downside, we're looking for a break below 132.25. That should bring price targets at 130.09, 128.07, and 125.06 with a shared stop loss average down with that upside trade plan there at 134.29. All right, let's get back to Roblox real quick because I forgot to set those alerts. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so those alerts are in place now. All right, on to the next trade plan. Let's get back to the chat. Netflix and Target. Over on YouTube in the requests. Let's see, we just got through Roblox and PLTR, so let's take a look at Netflix. Nice push to the upside after flipping things back bullish here on Netflix. Let's see if this is... Oops. Go this way. Yeah. Pretty close to that level I was just looking at. All right. So let's take a look at this. Where does this get interesting? $3.15. Kind of interested in this break of 103.19. Let me take a look at, I want to see how this played out during the trading day yesterday. Yeah, just stalled out really hard just above that. $3.81. All right, so let's take a look at it like this. So that would put our stop loss a little bit lower than where that hourly level's sitting, or daily level, sorry. Yeah. So if we are looking for, you know what? Hang on. Come on, show me something here, Netflix. I'm gonna take a look at that. I think we may switch this around. Thinking something more along the lines of, yeah, for sure. Okay. All right, cool. Sorry, I know I got a little quiet and locked into the chart there for a second. I just wanted to get these levels well defined. All right, so let's lock this in. Whoops. Nice. 38. There we go. Oh man, I never. Huh. That's surprising. Didn't already have these grouped and organized. Okay, well, do it now. Do it live. There we go. All right, cool. Let's go. Here comes your Netflix live stream plan. Save our template. And last but not least, all right, cool. All right, so let's talk through this one last time. What are we looking for here on Netflix? We're looking for a break over 103.81. That should bring price targets at 104.97, 106.08, and 107.71 with a stop loss average down at 102.86. To the downside, we're looking for a break below 182. That should bring targets at 99.46, 98.31, and 97.38 with a stop loss average down at 101.56. Those are your Netflix live stream plans. All right, we're a little bit ahead of schedule here, folks, but I've got a call I've got to return. Got a very minor surgery tomorrow, so won't be able to put out a SPY plan because I got to be at the hospital at something like 8:30 or something like that in the morning. So no SPY plan tomorrow, but everything should be back up and running, and I do expect to be back for the live stream on Thursday morning. Again, it's a very, very minor procedure, nothing to be worried about or anything like that. With that being said, the hospital called me while we were doing this. I need to give them a call back to figure out what they need from me to get ready for tomorrow. Again, not a big deal procedure I'm having tomorrow. That being said, I want to thank you all so much. Yeah, I definitely will, brother. Thank you so much. Good to see you in the mix. As we always say here on Chart Talk Live, remember we are always planning our trades and trading our plans, if I can get that out right. And remember that we want to focus on profits, not perfection. So keep those wins big, keep your losses small, go out there and get some green, stay safe, have a fantastic trading day. I will see you all back here Thursday morning at 8:30 a.m. and I will see you in the chats. In the meantime, until then, take care. Thanks for joining. See you Thursday.